How's it going, everyone? Marriland here, and now it's the episode you've been waiting for. Yeah, that's right. This is going to be kind of a fun episode, just to get a chance to see the awesome white Kyurem in action. Additionally, I'll show you how to get black Kyurem. Now, really quick, what I'm going to do, I am going to show you how to fuse yourself a white Kyurem. Now, this is assuming you're playing a... Oh, really quick. After you have caught or knocked out Kyurem, I guess it must be catching Kyurem. After you caught Kyurem, you unlock a few more wallpapers. Yeah, take a look. You have the 4 you got earlier, but you can also go to the next screen and you can see the Kyurem 1 wallpaper, the Kyurem 2 wallpaper, the Reshiram wallpaper. Wow, that looks so cool. And then the Zekrom wallpaper, which also looks pretty cool. Yeah, so, very awesome. And let's take a look at my Kyurem. Oh, it's so bashful. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and put it in my party quick. And I'm going to... Let's see. Well, that looks good for now. I am going to bring over my Zekrom, though, just to show you that in a moment. But let's just start with the basics here. And I don't want to have to do this in a Pokemon Center because that's lame. No, I want to be somewhere cool. Where's a cool place, huh? Oh, snap, I have to heal really quick. So I'm going to heal, and I'll be right back. There we go. I guess that probably wasn't necessary, but I really wanted to use Reshiram here. Let's go somewhere with cool music, because let's face it, this is not cool. Ooh, I like Humula City. It's pretty great. Has some kind of refreshing music that's totally opposite of Kyurem, but whatever. Alright, so let's see this in action. In order to fuse your Reshiram or Zekrom with Kyurem, you have to first have gotten the DNA splicers. Now, this is a key item that you get inside of the giant chasm. If you haven't been watching my videos, you definitely want to check out everything from, oh, what is it? I don't remember which part, but basically, actually from part 83 on to 88, I guess, or 89. Yeah, that's right. That shows you everything you need to do. But in a nutshell, you need to go to Victory Road after beating the game. And then you need to go to N's castle in there. You'll have to fight N with his Reshiram at level 70. He'll use Zekrom if you're playing Pokemon Black 2, though. And then after you've done that, you'll get the Light Stone, or Dark Stone if you're playing Black 2. And you take that over to the Dragon Spiral Tower. And at the top there, you can catch Reshiram. After you've caught it or knocked it out, you can return to the giant chasm, get yourself a Kyurem, and then you'll also pick up the DNA splicers afterwards. And you can use those to fuse together Kyurem and Reshiram. How do you do this? I know this is what you're asking, right? But I just had to explain that just because you need the whole story. So it's a key item. You go into your key items bag right here, and you'll find the DNA splicers. In order to fuse, you use it first onto Kyurem. Alright? Doesn't work if you do it the other way around. See? It has to be Kyurem first. Then, you can select either Reshiram or Zekrom. You can't do both. You can't fuse with any other Pokemon. It's just those two. That's the only two it'll fuse with. But when you do that, watch what happens. Boom! Kyurem changed form. Yeah, it changes its form into white Kyurem. Look at that thing. Is that thing a beast or what? It is crazy. Yeah, pretty awesome. It gets Fusion Flare and Ice Burn. 2 special attacks that are pretty handy. If you're using Black Kyurem, You'll get a Fusion Bolt and... oh, what is it? Fusion Bolt and Freeze Bolt, I think, or something like that. Maybe it's Freeze Shock. Well, we'll find out later this episode, because I'm going to get one. But yeah, so there are a lot of questions surrounding White Kyurem, right? Like, first of all, what happens to Reshiram? Well, it is gone until you defuse it. When you defuse it, it will appear just like the Reshiram you fused with. I mean, it won't gain any experience, it won't gain any stats, it won't have its moves changed or anything like that. I'm going to show you this thing in action. We're going to head on over to Route 22 just to destroy some random Pokemon. Let's see. Oh, you little mean foo. Kyurem's gonna get you! Look at this thing, it's such a monster. It has the Turbo Blaze ability, if it's White Kyurem, which is pretty cool. Let's check out Fusion Flare really quick. This is Reshiram's signature move, and it works exactly the same way. Keep in mind that Kyurem is still an Ice Dragon type, so it doesn't gain any of the type advantages, well, any of the typing that either Zekrom or Reshiram have. It keeps Kyurem's type. It just gains the extra moves that they have. And that can be kind of cool, I guess. White Kyurem's special attack is among the highest in the game. In fact, its overall stats are second only to the legendary, mythical, super awesome Pokemon Arceus. I know, it's literally that high up. It surpasses Zekrom, Reshiram, Mewtwo, everything. It's just insane. I'll show you Ice Burn in action. I feel really sorry for this mean foo, but we'll see how it works. So first turn, it gets cloaked in that freezing air, and it charges up for a turn. That's kind of a shame, I guess. And then it uses the attack on the next turn. It hits so hard. It's just insane. Oh my goodness, it's insane. Look at that. I mean, I know it was really nothing all that impressive. But anyway, Ice Burn is 140 power Ice type attack. It's special based, and that's pretty darn good. It does have, oh, what is it? A 30% chance of burning the foe. So that's pretty cool. Oh, it's an Amoonguss. Now, I'm trying to remember here. I know that some of the moves that it learns, they replace other moves on Kyurem. It also has Dragon Pulse and Imprison. Let's just try this out. It'll be so boring compared to everything else. Look at that. It just destroys that Amoonguss. Just destroys it. Yeah, pretty darn cool. Let's take a look at its stats again. Hey, Kyurem, what's up, buddy? Yep, so it's a bashful nature, thoroughly cunning. It takes on the stats, the level, the experience points, the nature. It takes on all of that stuff from Kyurem. Reshiram or Zekrom have no effect on that, period. It just takes it from Kyurem. Let's see here. Yeah, wow, look at that special attack. 251. That is crazy. That is crazy high. At its peak, if it's like absolute maximum as far as it can be trained, it gets up to 439. And that's with a neutral nature. If it has a modest, mild, quiet, or rash nature, it can get all the way up to 482 if it has 252 EVs and 31 IVs. If you don't know what that is, let's just say it's the absolute max possible for it, okay? Very good. Very darn good. Now, in order to unfuse it, you need to use the DNA splicers again. You can just use them on either White Kyurem or Black Kyurem, and then it'll defuse. Or unfuse, if you'd rather. And just like that, it's back to normal. All of the experience gained, I believe, remains on Kyurem. Yeah, a little bit of experience there. See, it still has its bashful nature, and it's still thoroughly cunning. Stats are so much lower. So Glaciate, I guess, must turn into Ice Burn. And then I think Scary Face turns into Fusion Flare. Or Flare Bolt, well, whatever the other one is. What is it? Black Kyurem 1. Freeze Shock, yeah, that's it. That's it. They have different names. It's Freeze Bolt in Japanese, so that's why I sometimes get confused. Because I just did a video on that. So let's do a quick trade here. Because I want to get a Zekrom so I can show you Black Kyurem as well. Does that sound cool? Well, that's what I thought. So give me just a moment here, and I will fire up my Pokemon White version, and we'll do a quick little trade. Alright, let's start this trade up here. This will just take half a second. Okay, so, oh darn it, I have to trade something from here. I don't really want to trade anything. Shoot, I'm gonna have to go back to my box, because I don't want to reset anything's happiness. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter if I trade off, you know what? Doesn't really matter how happy you are with me, Magneto. So I'll just trade you. Because remember, trading resets a Pokemon's happiness to its base amount. So if you're using anything like return, that can cause a serious problem. Magneto doesn't care how happy it is, though. Sorry, Magneto. Alright, I'm going to trade you for a even stronger electric type. Let's do this trade really quick here. And this is to my Pokemon White version, the original, in which I caught Zekrom, which is the one I'm getting right now. Ooh, cool! Aw, yeah, look at that. It's Zekrom! Awesome! Thing's so monstrous. Okay, cool. So, now I just need to go to the... Actually, I don't even need to go to the PC. It's in my party. Haha! So awesome. So let's do a little bit of playing around, and then I'll get my Pokemon back. I definitely want to keep Magneto handy. He's not going away for good. Well, not he. I guess it. I'm sorry. Let's be correct now. Okay, so I'm just going to set that DSI there. And let's take a look at that Zekrom really quick. Now, this is one of the cool reasons having both White and White 2, or Black and Black 2, it gives you something cool because you get both Zekrom and Reshiram. If you get both of the versions in the same color, if you will. I don't know if you want to call it color. So yeah, there's my Zekrom, that darn lax thing. It's so lax. Now, let's do a little experiment really quick. As you can see, I have Zekrom and White Kyurem all set, but I'm going to have to defuse this thing. Ta-da! Now, it's back to Kyurem. So what we're going to do is we're going to fuse it with Zekrom. And again, Zekrom's level 50 here. Fusing it, it actually makes a different sound, which is pretty cool. Fuses into Black Kyurem, which again, level 70, like I told you, it takes on all of Kyurem's stats and stuff. Zekrom just completely disappears. And as you can see, it gets Fusion Bolt in exchange for Scary Face, and Freeze Shock in exchange for Glaciate. And that's if you're changing it into Black Kyurem. Let's go ahead and test this thing out. What do you say? Just to show you what it's like. Oh, I can't do it against a Meryl. Oh, this is gonna be so sad. Oh, man. Alright, well, let's try it anyway. So it has Terravolt, which is, you know, similar to the one. Terra Flare, what is it? I don't even remember. Turbo Flare, I guess it is. So let's try Fusion Bolt out, which is Zekrom's signature move. Meow! Does more damage if it's used on the turn after Fusion Flare has been used. So most of the time in normal battles, it's not gonna do you a lick of good. but it's still a powerful 100 power electric type attack that's physical based. Now, its other signature move is Freeze Shock. This thing's very similar to, what is it? Not Cold Flare. Ice Burn. Except for the fact that it's physical based, and it has a 30% chance of paralyzing the target instead. So, we're gonna use that. Heal block. Oh, see if I care. I don't care at all. Yeah, boom, yeah. Such a cool animation. It is pretty sweet. It's an ice type, obviously, but, you know, pretty good. Pretty good indeed. So, let's see. Let's take a look at its attack stat, because let me tell you, its attack stat is massive! 250. It has some of the highest attack in the game. Like White Kyurem's special attack, it can max out, like absolute max, at 482 if it has a positive nature, max IVs and EVs. So that's pretty darn good. In fact, it is the second highest attack in the game, only behind Attack Form Deoxys, which is also the only thing that White Kyurem is behind as far as special attack goes. Its stats, like their average, you know, the total of all of its stats, the only thing that beats it in that regard is Arceus. Pretty darn good, if you ask me. So, yeah. Now, let's just try something else out here. Let's use those splicers again. You can use it on it, and it will defuse or unfuse or ever verbiage you want. There we go. It's gone. And let's take one more look at this thing. Actually, oh yeah, it did gain a little bit of experience. It's so hard to see that blue against that dark background. So yeah, that is how you deal with that. Now you cannot fuse Reshiram and Zekrom. It doesn't work that way. And one other very important point, I'm not going to trade over another Kyurem really quick, but let's say I had two Kyurem, and let's say I had both Reshiram and Zekrom. I cannot fuse both of them together. I'm actually going to try something. I'm going to try another trade, except this time it's going to be with my Japanese, either my Japanese Black 2 or my Japanese White 2, which has another Kyurem form. I think it's Black Kyurem. I'm going to try trade it for my White Kyurem. We're going to just see what happens. What do you say? So, just hang tight for a second here, and I'll get that trade going, alright? So, I'll see you in a sec. Okay, so I've gone ahead and on my Japanese White 2 version, I fused up a Black Kyurem, and I'm gonna see if I can trade them across versions. I don't think I can, but we're just gonna see what happens. Oh, yep, it says this Pokemon cannot be traded. No! And it says the same thing on my Japanese version, except in Japanese. Oh well, that's okay. Really quick, I guess, oops, no, I don't want to trade you over. I want to trade over my other Kyurem. I lied, I'll bring it over. And for that, oh, darn it. I don't want my Pokemon going all over the place, but whatever. Alright, let's do a quick trade. Yes, and yes. Now what we're going to do, we're just going to prove that you cannot use the DNA splicers. You can't use them to create both Black Kyurem and White Kyurem. Alright, because that is, you know, a really cool idea, having both Black Kyurem and White Kyurem on your team. But as you can see, I was unable to trade my my White Kyurem over to the other version, and my Black Kyurem over to the other version. So you can't trade for it. You have to defuse it first. Alright, let's get out of here. I'll have to get all my Pokemon back. Oh, this is going to be fun. Okay, so, let me put this other DS away for just a second here. And now, on this bad boy, we're gonna check out what happens if I try to fuse for a black Kyurem while I already have a white Kyurem. Or I guess any alternate form of Kyurem. Let's try it. Okay, it won't have any effect. Yep, I know. You're only able to have one form fused at a time. You can't do both. It's kind of sad, but that's how it is. Them's the breaks. So let's just try fuse this one, just to see if anything different happens. As you can see, you can fuse them freely. And it does keep the Japanese name in this instance. Alright, I'm gonna unfuse you. There we go. I want white Kyurem. Yeah! Cool! Alright, so one last thing I think we need to do in this video is... Ooh, we need to destroy an Autono. No, that actually wasn't what I was about to suggest, to be honest. Oh, it's not an Autono, it's an Azumarill. Oh, poor thing. I didn't mean to run into you. Actually, I really didn't. You're resistant to both of my cool attacks, Azumarill. Why are you doing that to me? Oh well. Poor thing fainted. Alright, so there's one thing left we need to do in this episode. Because I think we've tested pretty much about everything we can with Kyurem. We need to battle! I know, that's right. No, I'm not gonna battle you, I'm sorry, but I just want to show you a battle between the two Kyurems, because let's face it, that is pretty cool. Pretty cool to see. So let me go ahead and I'm gonna do that on my Japanese version. Let's just make sure I have black Kyurem going. Alright, you know what? I will see you in a sec once it's all set up. Sound good? Cool. Alright, here we go. I'm going to take on my Japanese black 2, or actually my Japanese white 2 version. I don't know where my black 2 one is at the moment. So, I played as the female trainer in that version. This is just going to be quick. I'm not even going to finish the fight, but I just wanted to show off all these tough guys. Yeah! Alright. And then I'm going to use those 3 over there. Look at them all. I didn't have Zekrom on that. Oh well. I'll use the Latias that I caught, which is pretty cool. Yeah, very neat. Wow. Let's use some big attacks and make a cool show for the audience. What do you say? Let's use, what to use? Let's go with Fusion Flare. And we'll go with, actually, what am I talking about? Oh, wow. Okay, here we go. Fusion Flare on that, Kyurem. Woo! Boom! Alright, time for some Freeze Shock! Uh-oh, it's getting ready for it. I'm not even going to switch to those other 2. I just kind of wanted them there. Let's see. I don't really want to knock it out. Just so I can see the attack, I'm going to use Imprison. Alright. Whoa! Uh-oh, here comes the Freeze Shock! Oh, snap. Boom! Whoa! So strong. Okay, now I'm gonna get my revenge on it. I'm gonna Ice Burn. And let's see. Oh, it's so strong. I'm gonna have to go for another thing. Alright. Uh-oh. Oh, man! Now it's really getting intense. Who will strike first? How will this end? Oh, the suspense. Whoa. That does look pretty cool. But will it be enough? Oh, no! It was enough to take out Black Kyurem. Snap. Well, this is gonna be a little awkward. Hi, Zechariah! How's it going, buddy? Yeah, I know. He's over on that side of the field now. Well, anyway, hopefully you've gotten a good chance to see. I'm going to run really quick here. Doesn't matter now. Yeah, I know. Really boring fight, right? Draw. Yep. I just wanted to show you those two against each other because that is pretty cool. Pretty cool indeed. Right. That's fine. I don't need to save that battle. It was boring, yo. Okay, so hopefully now I've shown you just about everything you could ever want to see about Black and White Kyurem. You've seen their signature moves. You've seen how to fuse them together. You've seen them battle each other, which is pretty awesome. Even though that battle kind of stunk, but it was mostly just to kind of show you them in action, I guess. And yeah, hope you liked that episode. Definitely, if you liked it, feel free to watch the rest of my videos. Please give a big thumbs up and like this video because it's one of those that I'm putting a little bit of effort into, let's say. And yeah, subscribe if you want to see more. Anyway, hope you enjoyed. I'll see you on the next episode of Marriland's Pokemon White 2 Adventure. See you next time, trainers.